Well, hey guys, we're here at the Riese Müller booth at Eurobike in the 2019 show, looking at the 2020 bikes. And we're here with Heiko Müller, the co-founder of Riese Müller, longtime friend. Fortunately, we've gotten to know each other pretty well over the years.
That's right.
And now we're even wearing like matching clothing. I mean, I say I started this trend. I don't really know, but you know, I like it. It's all good. Mine's a little lighter. You know, you could tell I've had this for a little longer, but we're here in front of this Superdelite, and it really is super. And you guys just won the gold award for it. I mean, this is amazing. So, tell us, like, how does it feel, like, all this development and this improvement of the company? You guys have a new factory this year. It's really tremendous.
Yeah, it is. That's right. Well, actually, the Superdelite, it's just the model where we put all our knowledge in. That's basically the story behind it. So we are doing the Delite for 20 years now, or even more, 22 years. And in the new Delite or Superdelite, we really put all the experiences we had with this model, and we have a dual battery, two batteries, completely integrated into the main frame. That's a great thing. And of course we have control technology, which means we have a full suspension system. We have a belt drive together with a roll-off hub gear. So that's just the bike to go on the road. You can do everything, going on tour, going to the city.
It doesn't get better than this, right? I mean, you know,
you never know, but I think it's really...
This is like the real, like, Land Rover Defender, like, just do anything, go anywhere for as long as you want, sort of thing, right?
That's right. It's a kind of a SUV bike, so-called, and...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And really awesome, beautiful colors, this continuing evolution of the brand. And so this is the Superdelite, and then you also, we got some more additions to the Delite family as well.
That's right. We have a new pannier rack, which we offer with the new Delite and Superdelite, which is perfect for a small bag. For example, if you go to work every day, you just have a bag with your stuff for the day.
Something to keep it simple, not too much.
You don't need a big carrier maybe, then this is the one to go. So this is brand new.
And you could still run the standard rack if you want, but just either option there.
You can, of course.
And then you have this, going with this kind of slicker design, you also have the standard Delite, which is really interesting. Maybe we could check that out.
Yeah. Yeah, so we also have the option of having only one integrated battery, which looks a little bit slimmer. So if you do not want to go or do not have to go on the really long trip, then maybe one battery is just all right. So we also offer the classic Delite with one battery and this kind of design. But all the options which we have, they both fit for the Superdelite and the Delite.
Yeah, and we were talking, I guess, this might appeal to maybe a slightly different audience perhaps, because it's a little lighter, streamlined. Maybe some of the younger demographic might be interested in this sort of thing.
Yeah, that's right.
So really cool. And another awesome color as well on the other side. I guess we'll check that out.
Yeah, that's right. We worked out a completely new color concept. We have a new designer, a new chief designer, Johannes, who started in February, and the first thing he did was changing the color concept for all the new models which are coming out for Eurobike show. Yeah. And I think he has really chosen very nice matte colors.
He nailed it, as we would say. That's what I would say.
It's more natural, so it's fitting perfectly to our brand. Very natural. Yeah. And just very elegant.
For sure.
And sportive both, so it's just...
Good balance there.
Yeah, good balance,
and I
think so.
We saw the Delite there, and then I guess we could see the other color of the Superdelite is on this side, I guess.
On this side, right. It's called warm matte silver. I think that's
a little bit more metallic, but it still has that matte look to it, and really, really quite nice. And all sorts of new options. I see, like, it's kind of maybe a little bit more modular this year, as having like GX as an option. The bikes come all standard as GT, but you can get the knobby tires or a little more suspension travel and the dropper posts if you need, and that sort of thing, which is really great. I mean, we've been really digging into them, and we made some videos already with the reviews of the bikes. But I'm excited to really introduce the bikes with you and it must be exciting for you as well to be having this experience of you must be proud to show these products. And
I love these bikes, that's all I can say. I think it's these are really the perfect bikes for everyday use, and it's really fun to ride on these bikes. I had the chance to ride it for some kilometers, some miles, and it was really fun, and I really love it. And especially you can use it on the road, in the forest, or even in the mountain setup. So this is just a great basis for all kind of different
and I guess
setups.
you even increased the capability on the mountain side with a little bit more travel with the GX version, going to 140 mil travel. And now you have the Delite Mountain with even more travel. Maybe we could check that out.
We can have a look over there. So we have the Delite Mountain. This is the roll-off setup, which is really great. I mean, you have also have the belt drive in combination with the roll-off 14-speed hub gear, and that's really even for decent mountain biking. It's a perfect combination. The belt is totally free of any maintenance, so that's really cool. You don't have this chain which you have to put oil on stuff, all that, and stuff. So I love it with the belt. And I mean, the roll-off with the E-shift is always a great option for all kind of bikes. So especially on the Superdelite or Delite Mountain, it's doing a great job.
It must be pretty amazing to you as well, coming with the Bosch Generation 4 motor. Effectively their 10-year anniversary or so, and you had been working with them since the beginning, really, right? I mean, you guys had the Bosch system. Actually see some Delites out with the Generation 1 motor out there, and it's really cool to see that. I mean, what's your feeling of this evolution of the motor system?
It's the new motor is great. It's lighter, it's very powerful. Especially the speed versions are very powerful.
We love the speed version.
So you have the full speed up to 28 miles per hour. You don't have the feeling that the last few miles are getting hard to really to stay on the same speed. So you can really go for full speed, and that's a cool setup. And I mean, we really worked on the motor integration. This was our big job for this year, to work on the integration of the bikes. So motor integration is important. Of course, we have the battery integration, plus we have a cable integration. So all the cables just go inside the frame on a very short way, without having a lot of cables on the handlebar. So it really looks very, very smooth, very clean.
Absolutely. And we got to take another peek at this color from the other side. I mean, so this is the Superdelite dual battery with the roll-off hub, and then we got the Delite Mountain Touring. So with the derailleur set
as
up
know it, with the XT derailleur. I mean, that's a standard mountain bike setup, which is proved in millions of mountain bikes all over the world. So there's no doubt that this is working. But to my opinion, the roll-off is something else. It's it's really cool.
This color, though, I mean,
the color is great.
All right, which Delite Mountain will you choose for yourself for riding? I know you have a lot of bikes to choose from, but you know, if you're going to take the mountain one, which color will you take? The Are you gonna go loud or kind of a little bit
I'm more the guy who's going on the.
I don't know. I mean, a mountain bike. You gotta get the loud color. Just have fun with it, right? Your load traditionally, you had the blue load, right?
That's right.
That's
right.
That's kind of, and the birdie, I'm sure the same. So
that's right. Yeah.
Well,
why not? Why not? It's,
all right. I'm convincing you.
It's for the younger guys, or I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it's great. It's a great color, and it's matte. I mean, it's not just red. It's a really nice chili matte. So it's great. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, so this is control technology of the Delite. Let's look at another. I guess a slight change on the lower step control technology bike, the Homage. So we have the Homage GT Touring. But the big addition for this year, if we want to just kind of focus on that, because I guess some people might be familiar with this bike. Not too many changes, but we have this really cool color. Speaking of color, right?
That's right. So we also have a second color option for the Homage this year. And yeah, of course we have all the different models, GT models with a Enviolo hub gear or roll-off hub gear in combination with the belt drive.
And the same concept, you're doing the GT as standard and GX as an option on these bikes. So standard is these tires, and I can't tell you, I mean, for you guys, you have a lot of the forest trails and stuff like that. GX as standard makes a lot of sense, but in the States, it's primarily riding on pavement. The GT tires, you really can't beat it. But
yeah.
Well, Heiko, I know you're pretty busy, so I want to focus on the new stuff, which
no problem.
I'm excited to show this next bike, which is the Supercharger. I mean, another bike that just really is, you look at it, is very clearly a Riese Müller bike, like no mistaking it. And even today with all the changes and updates, it's still very clearly a Supercharger. So
that's right.
Just tell us a little bit about this, this new bike.
Well, the Supercharger is a very cool concept because you always have the two batteries fully integrated. And on the new one, of course, we integrated the new CX and Speed engine from Bosch. So this is brand new. We also have the cable integration, the new one, and we have all the options like roll-off or Enviolo together with the belt, or a classic XT derailleur 11-speed. And same as on the Delite, we have many options like the GX option for these tires, or you also have the heavy-duty package. So if you are kind of a little heavier rider, then we have an option to have even stronger parts, just to be ready for heavier riders.
And that's an option on most of the lineup, aside from control technology for next year as well, which is great. So just more and more options for people. More front racks as well. Same rack that's on the Delite is also available on the Supercharger, and that interchangeability, you guys kind of learned in experimenting with things, and now just making it more modular, and I really like that. So,
well, and also the colors. I mean, we have this curry again. Maybe you remember.
That was a really big favorite in the past, and I think the new version of it in the matte, it's a nice reboot of that old
kind of
the older
homage
classic
to the
style.
Old classic Charger in a curry color.
I guess even the Delite is historically, you had this kind of reddish color on that one, but
on a very early one.
On a very early one. Yeah, there's still one that I see at the factory sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know whose bike that. But speaking of bikes at the factory, really the most popular bike at the Riese Müller factory is what?
The most popular bike.
The bike that you ride, the bike that I ride, it's the Load.
It's the Load, of course.
So let's go check this one out. Of course you had to update this one because, I mean, is this your personal favorite bike? Or?
It is, of course. I'm usually riding a Load for most of the time. That's my everyday bike. You can put in everything. You can pick up your kids from school, or you can put all your stuff which you are buying. So it has so many options. So I just love it to have my to have my space with me.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Yeah, and that's it. So this is my favorite one. And yeah, it looks similar to the load, but if you give it a second look, you will find out that a lot of details have changed, and the bike is really cool now. First of all, we have a completely new swing arm, integrating the new Bosch Cargo engine, also available in the standard version and in the speed version, up to 28 miles per hour. We have the roll-off option now, which was not available before, always in combination with the Gates carbon drive. Gates is an American company, as you might know.
Yeah,
so, we worked on the boxes. So we have a new box which you can close and even lock. So can be locked, but if it's open, you have to also the chance to put your children in, and we have
the child seats are updated for this year.
Yes,
as well,
we have a completely new child seat, which gives you two different positions, so a sleeping position and a seating position, and you can easily change the height of the seat. So depending on the length of your children, you can adjust the seat. And also on the smaller load, the load 60, you have this footwell, which gives you more space for the feet of the children, so the children sit more kind of in upright position, have space for their feet, and it's much more comfortable. And you even have more space to put some more stuff, because the feet are not lying to the front, but are finding their place in the footwell.
Right, so, and overall we see pretty much the same sort of additions to the Load 75, and then some of the cargo bike, the cargo box options will carry over to the Packsters as well, which is really great.
That's right. The new children's seat is also available for the Packster.
Yeah.
Another great thing is the new lighting system on the Load. We have the M99.
Yeah. Super powerful.
Super powerful light. So with two positions for how to call for standard light.
Yeah, the high beam and low beam lights.
Low beam and high beam, right.
And now you have the GX option on the Load as well, which is really super special. And I can see the scenario where that works. I mean, we're visiting your factory. Right outside of it is just loads of forest trails, and you can just go all over the place through the forest. I mean, we don't really have this sort of experience in New York. You know, you rode with us in New York, and so you know what we're talking about.
I've not seen so much forest, to be honest.
We would like some more, but hey, you know, it is what it is.
It is, yes.
But awesome. Well, you know, I really appreciate the time as always, and the hospitality, and the way that you guys continue to innovate and really design products for people, for their use, not just this is cool, we need to put it out there, right? I mean, like, can you just talk, like, what is that? I think you've explained it before, but it's each bike is like a concept, right? What can you just mention that a little bit?
I can, yeah. Our idea is when we design a new bike, we always have a certain user in mind, and we just build a bicycle which is optimized for this user in our head. And and this is maybe the reason why we have so many different models, because there are so many different people out there.
Right.
And we try to find the perfect bike for everybody. And well, other companies, they say, oh, I have 3 frames, and then I put some different components on, and this should fit to anybody or to everybody. But this, in our opinion, this doesn't work. If you really want the perfect bike for you, then you need just more different models for more different purposes and so on. So this is our concept. So, and we never calculate or we never design with the price of a bike in our mind. We never say, oh, we have a certain price point which we have to match and so on. So we just define all components according to our idea, and in the end we calculate and we say, okay, that's the price and that's it. Yeah.
And you guys ride the bikes too. I mean, I was talking with Marcus last night, and we were talking about the high beam light, and basically he was like, I wouldn't want to ride the bike without the high beam. And many companies would say, oh, it's too expensive to add the high beam to the cargo bike. It's already an expensive bike. But the reality is, like, when you ride it, you really appreciate having this additional functionality.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate that you design the bikes with that in mind, that it's not just to hit a price point. And I think when you ride the bikes and when you really have an experience with it, you can understand the value is there, that it's not just a bike that costs a lot of money or something like that. And they don't all, but it's all relative, right? And
that's it. Yeah.
So thank you again. I really appreciate it. And,
you're welcome.
All right.
See you.
Awesome. Thank you.